Hey, so you saw the title of the video, and I'm talking about ADHD and guitars. So most of us know the term GAS, the gear acquisition syndrome, which is the thing that we keep doing of buying guitars and buying pedals and plugins and amps and just gear in general, even for things that are not useful. And I think that's the important aspect. Like, a touring musician doesn't have gas about buying useful equipment, or a gigging musician about buying music stands, or all those little things that are important and are the cost of performing. I think when we talk about gear acquisition syndrome, we're really talking about things that are not really necessary for anyone, but it's nice to have. And as you can tell, I have a few guitars, not as many people, obviously. There's guys with loads, but probably for me and for my economics, this is maybe too many. And the reason why I've got to this point and I've recently had to sell the Eastmans and everything is because what I've learned to appreciate and to realize about myself is that since I was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult, it's not something that I've always been conscious about. And I've sort of learned that the feeling of chasing and focusing on different guitars and different specs and different little details and really looking into it and then having that almost one-mindedness about getting something regardless of cost, impact, how it relates to other things that we might need around the house for the family and everything, is related to the ADHD. And a lot of people portray it almost like as, oh, it's like a superpower because you can do all these things that other people can't. You fixate and you get so good at these things. But it's also it's very hard to manage your time, or it's very hard to manage my time, to focus on like songs to learn. If like I'm doing a band or if I'm playing in a band, to learn just one song really well. I struggle to do that. I always have to do it around other people. And I think, not everyone has some sort of condition that needs to be diagnosed and medicated for. Okay? I'm not saying that you have this or that. But the same techniques that are used to treat people or to treat the behaviors that people with ADHD have might be useful to you. And that's why I'm making this video. I'm probably going to fall for the same sort of trappings of my own mind of wanting to get something. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video today is because I was looking at really cheap guitars, like just to buy something. I just want to buy something and I want to paint it and I want to build it, but I don't have the patience to build it, so I just want to buy something like maybe a Harley Benton, they're on sale, or if I are Harley Benton, why not look at Faisley? Well, but Faisley, I never tried one, so I don't know. So why not East Coast? East Coast, they're on sale on some shops. Let's see the videos about East Coast. Oh yes, that L1, that's like a Les Paul shape, it's really good. But what about the Tele with the P90 and the single coil? They're like for less than £100. So this is the sort of racing mind that takes away from doing other things that are important and we need to do in our lives. No one is talking about buying power strips and guitar cables and music stands and lighting and smoke machines with this passion that we often talk about buying guitars and pedals and amps and that sort of gear that is flashy. I often find myself thinking about, well, if I need this, or maybe like I need a Strat and I need a Tele and maybe a Les Paul style, and maybe I should really have some sort of jazz master. So recently I started playing my bass because I'm going to be playing bass in a band, but maybe I should have a P bass because it's more of a classic. But if it's the amp of the P bass that I want, maybe I should get an active bass because it will give you more options. What sort of active basses are there? But maybe the low-end model is not as good as the high-end model, but I don't have the cash right now. So can I save? No, I have other things that I need to buy. So it's just exhausting, okay? It's just exhausting and it gets me nowhere. And I always hear people talk about, oh yes, I have ADHD, but it's in the past. It's under control. And good for them, really. I don't need meds, a lot of people say. Great, okay? But if you are in a similar condition of struggling with your mind to keep it on course of what needs to be done and what you want to do, Know that it's a shared path. There are common aspects, and there are benefits in learning how your mind works and trying to correct it. Maybe most of us think that we need to adapt to our mind, but our mind needs to adapt to us and to our circumstances. I often joke, I identify as the son of rich parents, right? I'm really sad that my parents are not millionaires and I can just buy whatever I want. Even that, I think it will just create more frustration, but that's the joke, because there's no fun in living above your means. And sometimes that leads you to have to make hard decisions of what gear you keep, what gear you let go away. For someone that is performing live and earning money from it, there are better ways to justify what you have. But yeah. So what do I do? So when I have these really racing thoughts, what I end up doing, or what I've learned that helps me, is come up or pick a guitar and actually play it. A lot of the times when I'm thinking about these things is when I'm away from playing music, and when I play music, either live or with a friend or by myself, I realize I have everything I need. My guitars are fine, my guitars are good, my gear works. I don't need much more than what I already have. If anything, are like practical things that I actually do need, not more guitars or other sounds or other cool gear. So that's my advice to you. If you have ADHD, or if you have behaviors that are similar to ADHD, it's like touching grass, right? People say, go outside and touch grass. Go and play your guitars, okay? It's like, and especially today with the thing that there's not that many shops around that you can go and play. Everything is online, and there's like loads of options, and you can spend days, weeks, months looking at things online. It becomes this bombardment of marketing, and you feel in your mind things that you want to buy. But maybe you have already what you're looking at. Like this morning I was looking at the red Strat. I already have a sort of red Strat. You know, it has a P90 neck, but I never used the single coil live. So, and this has a split on the P90 because it's the P100. So I just came up and I played it. It's like, yes, I have this. I don't need this. I don't need to spend another £100 to have something that I don't really like. So I just thought of making this. Hopefully it reaches someone that identifies or understands. At least it helps you. It's here for prosperity, so people understand my mind and how I'm thinking. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you in some way, shape or form, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.